Cleaning up dog doo-doo. Kids. So I realized from yesterday's video, I didn't really show you guys anything. Hold on. Okay. I realized from yesterday's video, I didn't really show you guys anything regarding the Xbox One S launch. I don't want to completely merge my work life with my vlog because I'm not really quite sure well, aside from it being boring, I'm not really quite sure if I'm allowed to do that. In any event, it went very well. So I've got one errand to do before we have to get going. This is my mother-in-law's phone. This is her new phone, and we're going to transfer the data from the old phone to the new phone. Why is this guy trying to get in? It's 9:50. They're not going to open 10 minutes early. Before you guys say anything, the reason why I'm going to the Verizon Wireless store is because I know I can transfer my mother-in-law's accounts and stuff and the SIM card, no problem. But she wants the text message transferred, and I just rather do it through the Cellbrite machine. That's all.
So this is the dragon. Let me untape this. You've already seen the dragon, but you didn't see the leg yet.
So that's the dragon.
So yeah, so this is the dragon.
What's his name?
Dragon.
Okay.
And then the leg. We're gonna tape these together and move this up. There's the leg.
Oh, that was successful. Got my mother-in-law's stuff switched over. Because you know, happy mother-in-law, happy wife, happy life. Unhappy mother-in-law, all bad. Yeah, so for those of you who've been following me along, you know Pokemon Go's kind of taken a good chunk of my daily life. Not a huge amount, but as long as you're responsible, you do it with family as much as you can, and you don't do anything stupid like walking to the road while cars are coming, trying to catch that Zubat or whatever. I don't know why you would, but just don't. But there are a couple of ways that you can play this game. One is just to catch them all, evolve them all, and hopefully you get some with good CP, and that's great. And that's what I used to do in the beginning, because all I wanted to do was level up and evolve them and level up and get to the next level. I mean, right now I'm only at level 22. I thought I was at level 23. I guess I was dreaming. I'm only at level 22 and very, very close to 23. But the fact of the matter is, your level of a trainer, it doesn't really matter if all of your Pokemon that you have are garbage. And so the correlation between your Pokemon with high CP but also being really good in gyms, higher the CP definitely matters with respects to how much life you have while you're battling in the gym. But incidentally, what matters is three things: your attack, your defense, and your stamina. Now, all of these tips that I've learned are actually from a YouTube channel. I want to give credit where credit is due. It's called Trainer Tips. So go check them out. The guys are really into this game, way more than I am, and they're super analytical, and they've taught me something called IVs, or individual values. And those 3 individual values are preset at the beginning of every time that you catch a Pokemon. And even if you evolve it, even if you raise the CP level by powering it up, their individual values are not going to change. The max amount of individual values that you can get are 15, 15, 15. So case in point, I have a Gyarados, or a Gyarados rather. I have a Gyarados at a CP level of 1715. He's cool. He's the one that I evolved. You probably saw the video last week or sometime. That was a cool event. Really enjoyed it. But with regards to his IV score, he's only at 60%. Now what that means is his attack is 12, which is good. His defense, however, is 4, which is bad. And then his stamina is 11, which is so-so. And as it stands right now in the game, there's nothing that you can do to train them to be better, to, get them onto a treadmill or get them to be able to defend a lot better. So those IVs are always, as far as it stands right now, those IVs are going to stay the same even if I max it out at over 2100. And if you have a 2100 Gyarados, that's good, but there's going to be a point in time where you're going to battle against another Gyarados or another Pokemon that has even better IV, and they're going to beat you. Have you ever fought in a battle with high CP level, but you still lost? This is why. So I went from a cache of about, I want to say 200 Pokemon to now just, I don't know if you can see that, but it's just 62 Pokemon that I have. And these 62 Pokemon have a minimum IV percentage of 70%. And the way that I was able to deduce that is, well, there's a number of ways, but one application is a web app called PokeAdvisor.com. And you have to sign in with your Google account or your Pokemon Trainer account. I'm not sure if Niantic is going to ban them or not. I know they've just banned a bunch of third-party sites. I'm a little weary about using it, but it is a really nice snapshot to look at all the Pokemon that I have kept to figure out, are they worth it? That's the thing. Are they really worth your time? Like, you can get a really cool rare Pokemon, and maybe you want to keep that because it's rare. But something like, let's just say, like Ghastly. I mean, that's kind of rare. You don't really see Ghastly just hanging out everywhere. Usually it's a Zubat or a Pidgey. But if you have a really cool Ghastly, it's the only Ghastly that you have, or like a Raichu. I caught a Raichu, which was at CP level 300, but its IV level, its IV percentage, it's only about, I think it was like 20%. It was pretty bad. And like a Raichu, as cool as it looks, as much as I can upgrade its CP, if it doesn't have good stamina, if it doesn't have good defense, the best offense is good defense, right? If it doesn't have that, then it's going to lose majority of the time. So the best that I can do as a trainer is keep on finding those Pokemon. What happened?
Popsicle melted all over her.
Oh no, you look very smart. Bye bye. You just gonna stay there? Okay. Yeah, IV is really important. Individual value is really important to pay attention to, especially if you're going to be picky and choosy about which Pokemon you're going to be upgrading. Now, one thing that has come about recently also is in the latest update to Pokemon Go on both Android and iOS, they removed the footsteps and the radar. And people are saying that this is going to be gone for good. This is not the case. In fact, Niantic has posted a thing on their Facebook page saying that we know it was broken, we know it was buggy, it was unreliable. We removed it because, well, we didn't want to have a part of the service or a part of the game be out there that didn't properly work. And let's be honest, for the past 2 weeks, we weren't really even using it properly because all the Pokemon had 3 feet. So my whole thing is, if you use the radar, which majority of us do, it's coming back. Now, the way to read the radar currently is all discombobulated. The radar is supposed to be in order of Pokemon that are closest to you from left to right, left to right, left to right in the 3 rows. That was the case as it stands right now. It is no longer the case. I mean, the radar doesn't even work half the time when you think there's Ekans right next to you and then all of a sudden a Bulbasaur pops up, but it doesn't pop up on the radar. But you catch him, so he's there. Just not sure why he's not on the radar. And I don't know if the radar specifically only shows common Pokemon or even Pokemon that you haven't yet caught. I mean, one person thought maybe it only shows rare Pokemon or Pokemon that have high CP value. We know that not to be true because I've got a bunch of Magikarp at 10. So they're going to work on it. I just wish Niantic was a little bit more vocal with their updates and when they're coming and maybe what they're doing, or at least what their mindset is behind it. So check this out, guys. I want to introduce you to my new friend, Ron. Ron over here, I don't want to guess his age, but his age does not matter because he is young at heart. This gentleman has not one, but two Xbox 360s, 2 Xbox Ones, and now, as of yesterday, a brand new Xbox One S. Now you might say, oh, he just bought them for his kids or his grandkids. I think he mentioned he also has a great grandkid. It doesn't matter. No, he knows more about gaming than I do. Well, RPGs for that matter. He loves Elder Scrolls. He's really into Neverwinter right now. I mean, he was talking about paladins and sages and warlocks and this and that. Some of it actually went over my head. I mean, this guy was actually teaching me. And so this goes back to my point of yesterday. If you don't want to know about something, it's just because you don't care about it, and that's okay. But this guy wants to know. He's like, I don't care how old I am. He said to me, like, a lot of people say, wow, you're playing video games? Like, yeah, I never had this stuff when I was a kid. I'm totally taking advantage of it now while I'm still alive. That was a fun podcast, but I have to go to work now. Ooh, this is your bed that you're going to sleep in tonight.
Mommy cleared it. This is my bed.
It's Pikachu. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to go home, get changed, go to the gym. Y'all don't need to see that. You know what happens. I make it happen.